Good morning. Welcome back. How you doing? Hopefully the intro wasn't too bad for you coming in. Anyway, so, well, anyway, that's what I've been hearing lately. Everybody aboard. Oh, I should be using more of those, but I'm just trying to get through these videos. Well, I shouldn't say I'm just trying to get through them like they don't mean anything. I'm just doing them, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the Beast that came out in 2002 too. So I was watching all the movie, everybody talking about this movie online, so I bought it because it sounded like it was going to be good, when in all actuality it wasn't really that good. Kind of boring. They talked about all the CGI they did in it, the tigers and all the animals in this thing were all CGI and done with computer animated. The actors were interacting with people, not animals. But anyway, so this thing is about a group that's in a reserve in Africa. And they have tigers or lions, big ones. You see on documentaries all the time. Then they got the doctor, Neil Smithers, and his daughter in the middle of the north just arrived. They go out and visit. The first day they show them going out and visit, having it. It's kind of boring for the first quarter of the movie. It doesn't get started till it gets going. Then it's just barely, because then after it gets going, first time it gets dark, one of the animals or the tigers, lions, whatever they are, decides to go kill a man killing lion that runs around attacking people, and then they do that throughout the whole movie, and they kind of run from this thing, trying to get the women and children to safety, all the 1800s ideology that nobody ever wants to hear about anyway. So this thing was hard to stay attention to, hard to keep attention to. They used radios. It had Land Rovers, trucks they were driving around in. It just was really hard to pay attention to. It didn't seem like they had any writers. The writers in this thing didn't really make the men didn't really seem like they were acting like men. They didn't really handle the problem. And notion, it didn't seem like it was real. Didn't seem like you could relate to it easily. And I know a lot of people are probably going to complain because you liked the movie and it was something that you liked. Well, the modern movies are really kind of sucking. 2002 and movies that kind of do things. They're doing things the odd way. They're getting people that in the cast and crew that really don't know what they're doing. I mean, they did a lot of good CGI, a lot of computer work. I mean, the special effects, whether they were digital or practical, were actually pretty good in this movie. But the plot, it just wasn't there. It didn't keep you engaged. It didn't have the plot twist. It didn't have anything. It just went through. This man-eating lion was going through just killing, trying to kill people or trying to eat people. And at the end, the star of the thing goes and wrestles with the lion and wins, which doesn't really seem plausible to me because the lions, if you watch the documentary, are stronger than humans, and there is really no way for a human to win against a lion unless he uses like a long range rifle or he come out walking. And when he killed this lion at the end, this man-eating lion, let's make it more interesting, he came out walking without hardly any scratch on him. You'd expect that the claws and all that stuff, that lion would have just tore him up. His arms would have been ripped to shreds, his shirt and chest and back and all of his muscles would have been ripped to shreds if he managed to kill the thing. But they didn't do that. The lion didn't get any damage except for a knife stuck in its back, which is not plausible to me, because the knife wouldn't have reached any vital organs except for maybe the spinal cord, and from the position it didn't look like that knife was in the spinal cord. It was parallel to the spinal cord instead of across it. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but I didn't like it at all. I gave it a 6 or 5. I own it, and I'll be watching it again, but it's not something I'm going to go right to and watch. It's not something I want to watch over and over again. It's just kind of really not a good movie from my perspective, I guess. Anyway, the runtime on this thing was 93 minutes. It was made in the United States, or released in the United States and Iceland, and it was done in English. The budget for this thing was $36 million, so it was a low-budget film. And it only made $59 million in the box office, where good films do $200-300 million. So box office didn't even really think this was good. So anyway, I'm sorry about the short duration of what I've been doing, but there isn't really much to talk about on this thing. Hopefully you like and subscribe, and this thing was put out by Universal Pictures, so everybody's doing bad movies lately. Anyway, so we'll catch you with the next movie. Take care, be safe, and come back for more.